film.
We have such sights to show you.
Welcome back to a very special episode of The Devil Made Me View It. I'm Jesse Spitzer.
And I'm J.R. Lees.
And today we are joined with a special guest, director David Keane, director of the short film Dirty Jersey, which, if you have not seen, go watch it right now. What are you doing? It's on YouTube. The link will be in the description. But yeah, we are going to be joining him shortly here, talk about filmmaking and, the history of this, the making of this movie, and just giving our general thoughts. So stay tuned.
Are you in Jersey now?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Hence the title. I just do want to assume.
Right, yeah. I mean, I grew up around here with the, Jersey Devil myth and all that.
That's awesome. And I want to double check here. It's David Keane.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So if you want to just as a jumping point, if you want to just kind of introduce yourself, talk a little bit about your filmmaking in the movie, and yeah, we'll just kind of get into it.
Sounds good. I'm David Keane. I am a local New Jersey-based filmmaker. I write, direct, edit. I've been working in film for the last 11 years now, right out of high school. Started as a production assistant on some really shitty movies. A lot of them, actually, you can find on Tubi. But, I started doing that. I tried to shoot Dirty Jersey originally under the title The Pine Barrens.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I was about 21, and I rented a bunch of gear, spent like $800, got a crew together. Actually, the only surviving part of that crew was Amanda, the lead character of Margaret.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she was the only one that made the jump from that, but that shoot was a nightmare. I was, like I said, I was 21. I was still kind of learning how to even be a director. I mean, I'd done some really short films like throughout high school for, it was called a Fine Arts Festival. So submit. They had a bunch of different categories, but I was always in the short film end of that. And you'd go to like a state level, they'd judge it, and then you'd go to national levels. So it was like a church thing, but it was a lot of fun, and I learned I was always kind of pushing the envelope there with what I could get away with in terms of, what would fit in a church type short film. There's always a lot of blood and, getting attacked by demons and stuff like that. So I always had fun with it. After I made Dirty Jersey, I was shopping it around to... Actually, I was just sending messages on TikTok like I sent to you guys, and I had gotten approached by a streamer that I probably shouldn't mention by name to write and direct my feature that I had been working on. I shouldn't mention the name of the actual project either. But I ended up selling the IP, and things fell through with that because they were trying to get me to use generative AI. I think it was crazy because the budget started at $125,000, which that's double what I shot Dirty Jersey for. I spent $48 on Dirty Jersey. And that was over like 2 years, but I was able to pay for most of that out of pocket because at the time I was living with my parents. So it's easy when you're like making
when you have no bills. Yeah.
All of my entirety of my paychecks were going towards the movie and weed at that point.
In that order, I hope. Yeah.
So that it was crazy that you have $125,000, and I was actually able to talk them up to $500,000, which was just bananas for a first feature film.
Yeah.
Floating on air. And at that point, they started pushing AI on me, and I'm like, why was this not part of the conversation when I had no money? And that's like when you would want to
right.
like that. I understand now that we have the money to hire the artists, we're having this conversation. And that was actually part of my contract, which like held up the whole deal in the first place. So I haven't been officially fired, which is why I'm kind of mincing my words here.
Sure.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, they won't send me release papers because they don't want to admit that they broke the contract.
Wow.
So that is unfortunately a project that will never see the light of day. But it
Was this the one? I'm trying to be as hidden as you said, like water based? Is that giving away
Yes.
too much? It is okay. Because I read about that this morning, and I was like, oh, I want to see that, and now I feel like
It was going to be really fucking cool. The script was really interesting. It was my take on a zombie flick. But I'll say that like Dirty Jersey is my vampire movie, which I don't think is explicit. The themes are there if you really dig into it.
Sure.
That's very Dracula. You've got the protector, this familiar. Yeah, I could see it being a vampire story. Totally.
Not a lot of people catch that though, and I love hearing the different interpretations. It's fun to be cagey about what it is, but
Yeah.
it's been long enough at this point where I'm like, yeah, it's a vampire thing.
But it's not. It's more than that. We're gonna back on it because I was going. Somebody mentioned your love letter to Evil Dead, and we just discussed Evil Dead 1 and 2. But I was getting the chainsaw vibe off of it when we watched it last night, my wife and I, and it was just like obviously the running through the woods is very Evil Dead. Yeah. But then sort of like the door in the house, and then just sort of the being nice, and they invite him in, and then of course when it gets into the wet works, I'm like, okay, that's a chainsaw thing right there. We can't have bones on our meat. And I'm like, okay, that's gonna be a T-shirt. No, I mentioned somewhere in the interviews. It mentioned I have her name, the actress who had been in the other film, and I was curious, what was the difference between that version and then the finished version of Dirty Jersey?
Oh boy, it was a completely different script.
Okay.
A completely different script, and that's not to say it wasn't the same format. Like the overall broad strokes were there, except it was father leads. It was his dad, which did not play as well as mother leads. I think that was actually my partner had suggested, why not a mother's love? Because that's it just makes more sense. So that was the biggest change. Chester was kind of an addition, like him being a child, I think was like a really interesting angle, because it's always like the creepy kids, right? But I feel like they don't go far enough ever. So like before it was basically just an enormous bat creature. I mean, I had like a 6'5" Russian guy playing the creature in that, and I'll have to dig it up. I have the finale of that shot somewhere, which was really fun.
Oh, that's cool.
That'd be fun to have on your page. Yeah, next to the red band trailer and whatnot.
It's a very different vibe. I mean, it was like, I mean, it was just a different movie. It was
Fair enough.
Was the dynamic of the three leads the same? Was it still a guy's girlfriend and the friend?
It was similar. It was still Seth and Fields. It was funny. The guy that originally played Fields was this. He was really big in Korea, which is hilarious. He was like doing kind of like Days of Our Lives type, like soap opera type shows there. And I think we were like 3 days into filming, and he's like, I have to go to Korea, and I'm going to shave my head for this role, but I'll just come back and like wear a wig, and that's fine, right? I'm like, no, that's not fine. What the fuck, dude? But it's kind of the thing, like when you're first making your first couple movies, you typically don't pay the actors a lot, if anything. So the best I really could do at that point was just give them a nice meal and a place to stay if we were shooting somewhere far. But it's not like I could have argued with the guy.
Right.
It was just like, okay, that's what it is. The other guy that was playing Seth, funny enough, has gone on to, I believe he had a role in Shelby Oaks.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
But yeah, he's done a lot of stuff since,
That's cool.
which has been pretty neat to see. Every time I'd see him, I'd be like, "You're supposed to be in my fucking movie."
Well, if I feel better, I saw Shelby Oaks and I can't remember a thing about it. I remember I liked it, and we're going through like the top of last year, and I'm like, "Did I see Shelby Oaks?" My wife goes, "Yes, you liked it. What was it about?" And then she just goes, "I have no idea."
Yeah, I mean, I remember the trailer, and I remember
Yeah.
Mike Flanagan produced it, but those are
Yeah.
the main things.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Chris Stuckman. I used to watch him a lot on YouTube, so I was pretty stoked
It's
about
really
that.
cool. I mean, I love to see. It's almost like a negative. Like I feel like anytime I'm like, "Yeah, you should watch my movie. It's on YouTube." I always have to preface with like, "Don't hold that against me,"
Right.
Yeah.
because like there's almost like a negative connotation. But I mean, you got Chris Stuckman, the fucking Raka Raka guy,
Yep.
have
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
2 just classic horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? How do you say Malcooper?
Oh, the
guy who
latest
did
thing.
Iron
Yeah.
Lung,
Iron Lung
Oh,
just like 2 weeks ago,
Markiplier. Markiplier, yeah.
Markiplier,
Yeah.
and he's just destroyed the indie game. Like it's insane. It's honestly incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird time right now. It's really kind of like,
Your distribution is kind of like the Wild West now. It's kind of just like anybody can do it at this point.
well, and then was it last couple of days? Is it Paramount's buying Warner Brothers?
Oh,
So anything big is going to be a Walmart's for a mass market thing. It's going to have to be stuff like this.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. It's like if they're all owned by the same 2 or 3 companies, and that's kind of the sad thing about what's happened to filmmaking is like it used to be people that loved movies running
Right.
these companies, so they would greenlight stuff that was a risk to take.
Yeah.
And they would make $301 million movies versus one $300 million movie.
Right.
And in all those movies that they would cast their net out, you'd have a couple duds, but like you'd have one that would just explode. Like I mean, Halloween they spent 350 million or 350,000 at the time. It was a lot more now.
Yeah.
If you account for inflation, but that was, I think, for a long time the biggest independent movie of all time.
I think that held the record until Blair Witch.
Yeah, which is
And then
like,
I don't know what has it now. I mean, Paranormal might even have beaten that as far as independent
I'm
films.
sure it did at the time. Yeah, I don't. I think Iron Lung probably.
I think now. Yeah, I haven't seen any new numbers the last couple of weeks.
Which is
I've got to
great.
see that.
Yeah, I'm interested. I mean, I've never played that game, so I'm not going to appreciate it the same somebody else. I've heard it's kind of boring, but I imagine it probably mimics the gameplay of whatever the game was, which is probably cool for fans.
Yeah, for sure. I think Five Nights at Freddy's probably opened the door too for stuff like that, because that had that big release too.
And it's funny, Dirty Jersey's not going to be on YouTube too much longer.
Oh, really? Where's it going?
It will be available on Tubi at some point.
Okay.
But it is going to be. I don't know how much I can say about this either, so I'm gonna.
No one watches this show. Don't worry about it.
We can also cut anything if you need anything cut. You can just let us know.
Right on. Are you guys familiar with Steve Barton?
Yeah, Dread Central.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
We are working together to get Dirty Jersey distributed.
Oh, dope.
Very cool. Okay.
So that's cool. It's nice to work with a producer that appreciates horror versus the people that I was saddled with before.
Yeah.
It was like they were running a horror streamer, and none of them watched horror movies. So like I'd be what I'm telling you is gonna work for fans because I watch a lot. I'm a horror fan.
Right.
That's why Dirty Jersey is the way that it is.
Mm-hmm.
But they just didn't want to go with any of,
It's when it's a business versus an art form. And I know it sounds kind of like pretentious when it's an art form, but it is. Otherwise, you're getting a lot of, and then we're going to be all like high and mighty talking down about it. But Barton's the way to go, though.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, I used to just, when I was my most depressed, listen to him, the podcast back in the day, dinner for fiends, right?
Yeah.
And just them go off about just venting. It was like a little, you wanted to be in that room with him talking about stuff.
He's a really, really cool guy and just shoots from the hip.
Yeah.
Definitely choose from that. He's an interesting fellow. But
He's from New York, right?
he's from New York. He is living in Jersey now, which is
Okay.
fun. I've been reading his book before meeting him, and at the point I was at, he was like in Florida, and I like brought that up to him. I was like, I thought you were in Florida. It's like, no, dude, I live in. Or I actually probably cut that. I don't want to dox him, but he lives in Jersey, so that was fun to find out.
It's a good impression. I heard his inflection in your voice right there. So now, okay. So is Dirty Jersey, is that a local phrase, or is it?
It's kind of like a negative
Okay.
nickname for New Jersey, just because like if you go kind of near New York or like Newark area, there's a lot of like factories and then like smog and it kind of smells like shit. So yeah, people will call it Dirty Jersey, but we kind of have adopted it as like a
Well, we're in Sioux City, Iowa, and we have one of those great above ground sewers 2 miles that way, and so it's called Sewer City a lot. Sewer, which is it's the amount of imagination to get that one across. I just didn't know if Dirty Jersey was like a local thing.
Oh,
you guys know
Sewer City should be a horror movie. That sounds. Awesome.
You're right. You're right.
I would watch that.
It's a documentary. Sure. We'll get. We'll call you. We'll get to touch you. Another question I had, as far as, and I really dug the movie. The comic book jumped out to me in the seat. Is there a story behind that? It looked like the loving shots you gave to it was like. Did you guys make the book? Was it someone you knew made the comic book?
It's funny that that was a prop made for the movie that I went a little overboard on, and I ended up commissioning in a page.
That's the way you do it, sir, right there.
Yeah, as a prop. And that's part of like why I get so frustrated with people that have money with budgets. I'm like, if I could fucking pay artists, you guys can too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Which is crazy. But like all of those comic covers, I went and had found people on Twitter and commissioned different artists to do them.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I had the full comic, and it was kind of loosely based on my cousin, who had died of a heart attack, but I had, it was kind of like a memorial to him as part of what probably made me go overboard on that prop in specific.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I ended up, I had all those covers and I had been looking at them, and I wrote, and I haven't put them out yet, but I've made 2 other full issues.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'll have to send you guys, I have probably like 120 copies of the first issue.
Oh, that's dope.
Because we were selling them at the premiere. Which
you have to.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great merchandise.
Okay, I was watching him, kind of going, that's you're lovingly shooting it. I'm going, I want to see, because it's not one page. It's a whole book when you're shooting it. So yeah.
There's a whole story to it, and then even past the 3 that I wrote, I actually have mapped out probably like 20 issues to do.
Now, is that something you'd shoot later on at some point? Make a movie out of it?
I would like to. I mean, the opening.
It looked expensive.
The opening that we did with that suit and all was I had, that was actually me playing the White Rabbit.
Oh no shit! Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. But that was a lot of fun to shoot, and like that really makes me want to delve into kind of like a horror Power Rangers type.
Oh yeah.
Short series or something. I feel like there's a lot of potential with that. That's a fun story.
Yeah.
That's
I
really
also
cool.
want to commend you for the monster at the beginning. If I had that suit built, I would have it in every damn frame of the movie. but you, seriously, the brain power to just have it at the beginning, set it up so the viewer knows it's there, and then not go back to it and not make it. It was very good. Yeah.
There was a cut scene at the end where it did it not show back up, but you kind of see him like posted up outside of the cabin.
Okay.
And that just, we didn't even end up shooting that, but and if I had like, because one of the main criticisms I've gotten for the movie is like it should have been a feature, and I always say like, if I had another.
Well, I mean that's within the woods. I mean, Raimi's first movie, you can't fault it for being
Right.
Fine, give me $1 million. I'll go back and remake time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It was
But that's
just
the
a
worst
great
criticism you
life.
got. You're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to talk about the trailer for a little bit, because when you had sent me that message, first of all, I was like super geeked out. I was like, oh, this is so cool. Someone wants us to, talk about the art that they made. That's such a cool thing. But then I watched the trailer. I was about to go to bed when I saw that message, and I watched the trailer, and it got me out of bed back into my living room, and I sat down and watched the movie, and I loved it.
Right then?
Yeah. I was
Oh,
like,
that's awesome.
That's
awesome.
yeah, I was so intrigued by it, and yeah, and then I talked about it nonstop for like the next several days with my wife and everything, and but yeah, that trailer is so good. It's so and it does something that it's kind of a misdirect, which is really cool, because it kind of seems like it's going to be one type of movie, and then you watch and it's not, that of the same vein. But yeah, I'm kind of curious, because I don't really know how that all did you have a hand in the editing of the trailer and everything like that?
So I edited the movie myself, and I did have a couple people do passes on it. My assistant director and camera guy did a pass or two on it.
Gotcha.
But for the most part, I edited the movie, and then my camera guy Brian Keenan, he actually ended up shooting Hell House Lineage.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
I actually haven't seen it yet, but I know it's the first one to break the found footage format, which I thought was interesting. And a lot of people were talking it up before it came out, and then I guess it didn't get so hot reviews. But Brian had edited the trailer, and he I don't know, there's something. It's really nice to not do everything on a film, because then you can kind of
for sure.
Well, you take your hands off it, and you're not as judgmental towards what you're watching.
Okay.
So it's just cool to not be so in your head. And I saw that trailer he cut, and I was like, this is so good.
Yeah, it really is. I was like, wow, okay, well, gotta watch this now.
Well, he even was like, is it cool at the end if I have the creature coming out of the vat? It feels like a big spoiler, but also when it's like a short film, I feel like you kind of have to put something to really catch people
Sure.
to get them to go watch it. And I was like, I agree 100%. I mean, there's
Yeah.
still a lot of gory surprises in there.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
That was my surprise. Is how gory it was and how good the gore was.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, there's some nice wet sound editing you have going on there.
Oh yeah, the folly was a lot of fun to do. Actually, some of even the teeth pulling, we had we had an actual deer skull when we were yanking teeth.
Oh, that's so cool.
So that was a lot of fun. But all the blood effects are Rich Hill. He did a movie called Hideout, and he's done a lot of other stuff that's kind of local type stuff. But I swear this guy's he's like an undiscovered Tom Savini.
Oh,
He
wow.
did so many crazy effects. I mean, that was the first conversation we had on the phone, was talking. I was like, so you can rip somebody's head in half down the middle. And we had a 40-minute phone conversation about how to do something like that. And it's cool because I think we achieved that effect for it was less than $500. It was probably 300 some, but I had gotten it quoted from a Hollywood's effects house, and they were like, yeah, we can do that for about 10 grand. I was like, okay, I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah.
I can Ed Gein at the morgue for half that. Come on, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the practical effects in this are just mind bending. I love the character design of the creature, and the performance as well. That you were talking about, the shot and at the end of the trailer, and just the way that he comes out of that pipe, and I don't know, the way he moves his body is so unsettling. It's very well done.
I think that's part of the sell for that. That's actually a woman.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got it's a grown woman, and I put a chest compressor on her to make her, I guess, kind of look still like a little boy. But
Sure.
I needed that flexibility
Mhm.
to really sell that creature, I think, and that made it. I mean, it's still like she still seems small, kind of, but it's like gives it like a live kind of like
Mhm.
Yeah, it's gets
Well,
under your
every other
skin.
cool.
man in suit is built up. Every rubber suit guy is built up. Having to be small to begin with. Yeah, that really did work. And just the production design, the way you lit it for that last shot when climbing out of the box or the pipe there.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the budgets. You lied to us. I mean, there's some money in that shot because I'm like going, okay, this is a this is like when I first saw Wreck or even Descent. It gave me
Yeah.
vibes of that, the movement of the crawlers
Oh, I
from
love that you
Descent.
brought that up because I actually did do I stole the director's philosophy for that. I didn't let Amanda Margaret see the creature until it
Nice.
crossed
Oh,
over.
perfect.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
And well, I thought so, but then it made her like nervous laugh.
Oh no.
Like, yeah, like I thought she was gonna be freaked out, but she's like, that's not what I'm going for, but I'm glad freaky.
Yeah, yeah.
No, the creature's eyes completely worked for me. I didn't know if the person could see. I didn't know if it. I mean, it was
She
second
couldn't see it
viewing
all,
where I'm
but
like,
she had the mask over top, and that's something that I feel like when you direct, you learn so much. But like, I had the lenses on underneath the mask, and she just couldn't see it all.
yeah,
So it was a lot of our assistant camera guy was her husband, so he was a lot of him leading her around. And so until she got the mask off, she was pretty much running blind.
had to
So,
trust. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
If she can trust her husband, yeah. Well, that's very Evil Dead too. Well, the lenses they couldn't see anything. They're just trusting that they're not going to walk into a chainsaw or to a lamp or something. Yeah,
Yeah, seriously.
Oh man, no, I love the pouring viscera from upstairs to downstairs
Yes.
and that. And I'm sitting there because it wasn't a whole lot of score to it, and it was just the how wet it sounded. And I'm just like going,
Oh yeah.
okay, that's got to be Foley because no one's that lucky to have it sound like that. So what does that sound come from?
Some of it was Foley. Some of it was a nice pour, and there's actually a blooper where, um, it's when he goes to grab the lighter out of that pile of
Of stuff, yeah.
of stuff. Yeah,
Tripe.
and he stepped on one of the organs, and it just went, and we all just busted up for a good 10 minutes.
You're like, okay, do we use that? No, that'll ruin the whole thing. But that's really fun because the organs do fart, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. But some of it, I mean, all the blood and stuff. Every blood shot in the movie is practical. So
Yeah.
there was a little bit of squelching that was real, which was cool.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just me, smashing fruits and
Sure.
breaking celery. And all that.
I think that's probably my favorite sequence is the two of them in the basement there because it really shows the like the comedy of it all when he's covering her mouth with his bloody hand and she just like takes a moment of like
I love how gross that is. And
Yeah.
When anytime I watch it with a crowd, that's always a big like, oh, and that's just music in my ears.
yeah, it's perfect.
And leaving the handprint on her mouth.
I was going to say, yeah. Because
And a
any
lot
other
of
movie,
people are always like,
they would wipe it off.
Like, were you trying to, symbolize silencing women there? I mean, if it works, it works, man.
That's when you say, yes, I'm glad you saw that.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Now give me the grant. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Do you have enough story? Do you have a story in mind if you were to, for Barton to make this into feature length, hour and a half?
I would. There is a direct continuation of the events that happened. Like right where the movie cuts off, I could pick it right back up from there and turn it into a feature. And there is also kind of an outline for 2 more sequels that we
Okay.
which I think are really interesting because for one, who says that Chester is the only child turned into something by the Jersey Devil?
That's true.
For 2, Amanda mentions that she's got an older brother, or I guess Margaret, and Kim kind of has an idea of where they went off to. So there is potential for a search party to come find her.
I just want to put on the record, I'm a big Kim fan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Kim is a big favorite. Honestly,
Yeah.
she's hilarious.
Great character.
Yeah, I also just enjoy the idea of somebody just like totally not being involved in
Yep.
all the horrible things that happen. It never gets as big of a laugh as I hope, but I think it's so funny when she's sleeping through the credits.
Yeah. Yep. I love that too.
I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, I think the opening when she's just like gone, I'm just going, does she know she's in a movie? Was the camera just running? That she came off as just being the absolute walk down. Whatever, you guys have fun.
Yeah.
Now I would now do that in the I'm not telling you to do, but in the sequel she gets back and she's the Ripley character and just wipes everything up and just
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Well, the fun part about that is if you take Margaret out of that situation, then nobody's feeding Chester, and then what happens?
Yeah.
So I'm just curious about I just got a few I guess curiosities. What was your favorite what's your favorite scene in this movie?
I had so much fun with that fight scene with Mother Leeds. I just like that was a lot of fun to direct in the or like even just like her pulling the teeth. There is a blooper where she pulls the teeth and then you just hear me off camera like, oh no. Because it was so gross to see in the moment. And
that's gotta
like,
feel amazing as whoever, the person doing the practical effects, just like making the director
well, it's crazy because like you write it and then you don't really realize just how awful it's gonna look in front of you. And you're just like, holy shit, like why are you guys letting me make this?
Somebody stop me.
Somebody stop me.
Yeah.
That whole fight scene was a lot of fun. I mean, there's clips of when I think Mother Leeds punches her and she falls on the mat. And I was watching on a monitor right outside because it was such a cramped space. But you hear the door like swing open and I'm like, did you really hit her? Like, no. Like, oh, well, that looked great.
Perfect.
Yeah, right. So that was just like so much fun choreographing that and figuring out the ins and outs of that. But my absolute favorite scene is probably the bus when you have the hand come down.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just like that was the one scene that like I really tried to make scary. Because I feel like this movie is like very much leans on kind of the gross out horror of the whole thing. And if I had a little bit more of a budget, Chester would be creeping around a lot more, and there would be a more of a build to him. But yeah, I think that is the one moment that like really is kind of creepy. My sound guy, my camera guy, when we were shooting that goes, this feels like a Sam Raimi movie, and that was the biggest compliment to me.
Yeah, for sure. It is very creepy. There's something weird about like being in a school bus at night that's like extra creepy.
Yeah,
it's just a good setting for that kind of thing.
That was a crazy location. That was like 5-6 hours into Pennsylvania. And it was a whole ordeal talking 13 people into making that drive.
Yeah.
That was tough. But,
so did you knew the location and you wrote to it, or did you write it first and then find that location?
I found that location and we wrote it.
Okay.
And then it was kind of like the whole kind of cat and mouse game of being able to see if we could get there. Because it was very difficult to track down who owned it and who was running it. And the guy that we found that had owned it had sold it because he got sick and he's in a different state now. And I mean, it was just a whole ordeal trying to get there. But we did have a couple backups. One of them was going to be a junkyard, and they had like kind of an abandoned plane, which would have been fun too.
Yeah.
That would have been kind of a cool backup.
The sequel.
Yeah, so yeah, that's,
Right,
that's what the
exactly.
sequel's for. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, this is fun. I mean, I'm glad that you reached out. Um, anything else going to say, Jesse? I have a couple
Oh,
questions.
yeah. I have
that
one
I'm-
more thing I want to touch on. The music.
Oh yeah. The music was a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
it's so cool. So did you have a hand in the music side of things, or is that?
Not in any of the actual making of it. It was all just me. I mean, my main direction for the music was I wanted to feel like a John Carpenter
Okay.
synth type synth.
Yeah, the vibe's definitely there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was big. I mean, I feel like that the guy Jesse, he did a podcast called Say You Love Satan. Um yeah, he had really nailed that. He also has a band called Corpse Master that's pretty sweet. They did
Of course, he has a band named Corpse Master.
yeah, they did that. Actually, this song, when they first go into the garage, it's called Invoking Evil, and it is about the Evil Dead.
Oh wow,
Oh, no,
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
that was cool to put in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, okay. I want to put on the screen where to
yeah.
watch the movie, but I don't want to say YouTube is going to be gone pretty soon. So
I mean, it's there for now until that deal gets executed, and then it'll be on Tubi at some point. So it will be available. It will be available, and I can obviously let you guys know.
Yeah, for sure. We can update.
yeah, I'm excited for you, man.
Yeah.
This is, and I'm not like a little bit not spell shock, starstruck right now. I'm like, God, you made that. That's really good, man. That was really good. You're talking to us.
I really appreciate that. That's
yeah,
awesome.
I mean, it's a big deal to first of all make a movie. You know, that's something that I've never done. Despite
I mean, it definitely gave me some gray hairs, and like,
yeah.
Making that movie actually did in fact put me in the hospital.
Oh wow.
Oh, there's a story. What happened?
It was no real story. Just like I was just like not well,
not taking care of yourself.
right, exactly,
Yeah.
and that was like a whole ordeal. But yeah, making movies is hard, and you know Ty West said it when he was making X. He's like, it almost is like when you have a baby, and you have the baby afterwards, and you forget all the stuff that led up to having the baby.
Oh sure.
And like you're looking at the baby, and you're like, I would have another one. And it is kind of like the same thing. Like, you know, you watch Dirty Jersey, and I watched it with a crowd of people that like weren't necessarily horror fans, so it was a lot of great reactions.
Sure, yeah.
But then you're just like, oh, I gotta make another movie.
Oh no, yeah, that feeling.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's like a
Yeah,
tattoo.
watching the crowd is the most fun because then you're terrified, and then it's working, and you're like, I did that.
Oh yeah.
I made everyone squirm. Yeah.
Yeah, the audible like gross out reactions, I liken it to like a comedian getting a laugh at a joke.
For sure.
It just like hits like crack. You
Oh, yeah.
hear the audience react, and you're just like, oh yeah.
They are mine.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you for being nice to us on a Monday, for God's
I
sakes.
love just sitting around talking about. Thanks for listening to me ramble.
Oh no.
Yeah, anytime we talk to somebody who's like actually has their hands in the filmmaking, it's always exciting and cool.
Well, and also we're just talking love of this stuff, and then the Evil Dead love is dripping off of this thing.
That was like my biggest inspiration for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And there's actually a Necronomicon hidden in the movie. So
Oh, there is. Now I gotta
wow.
go watch it a third time.
Inspect every frame.
Yeah.
the
Well,
Necronomicon,
we're doing this
there's-
this deep dive, and I think everyone's seen it. So I'm at work. I'm at like the family we're at a funeral, for God's sakes. So Evil Dead 2, and they're all going, "What?" I'm going, "Evil Dead 2, yeah, groovy." And then they're looking at me. I'm like, "Just pass the potatoes. I apologize."
Yeah. Anytime I bring up Bruce Campbell and they don't know, I'm like, you don't know who Bruce
Yeah.
Campbell is?
And we're related. You don't know? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what's wrong with you?
The guy from Burn Notice. Shut up.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. He almost was in a Godzilla movie, and I'm really disappointed that.
Oh wow.
I tricked my wife into it when she was watching Hudsucker Proxy, and then she's like, "What's Bruce doing in here?" I'm like, "Hey, you picked it, honey. You were in a Coen Brothers mood. You wanted this one. It's PG for the kid." Yeah.
Yeah. there was a reason I was enthusiastic about watching it.
Yeah. Do you have any
go ahead,
more
boss.
questions, Jason?
I'm good. No, he's answering before I even asked the question.
No,
So good he is.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, well, thank you so much
A
for.
lot of fun. And like honestly, I gotta say, I love just even the production value of what you guys set up with these red squares and stuff. It looks fucking cool.
Oh yeah, that was.
Like I said, we're in Sioux City. Not much else to do
Logo,
here.
it's all. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool looking.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to make and put together, and yeah, this is a podcast that's just kind of been just me and Jason used to work together, and we would just talk about horror movies all the time. And it's like, why not film this and share it with the world?
I'm all about that. I'm all about that.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you so much for giving us your time and for coming and chatting with us. This has been awesome. Super
absolutely.
fun.
It's been a lot of fun talking to you guys.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to plug or tease or anything?
Just
Your socials.
We're Peachy Keen 4 on Instagram. You can kind of keep track of what I'm up to.
Very cool.
Writing a new movie now. After this last one kind of got put in hell and put in the corner, but this next one should be cool. I'll just go ahead and tell you guys it's going to be called Blood Wedding.
That's already excited.
It's going to be a found footage flick from the perspective of a wedding videographer.
Oh, that's genius.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
So
I've taped some weddings, and I can tell you.
Yeah, I feel like
you
that's
daydream.
my biggest complaint with found footage movies is usually like, why are they still shooting? But next time I filmed a wedding, like I've filmed everything. So.
Yeah, I've had to edit a couple of weddings where I've got 18 hours of footage for a 3-hour wedding. And you go through it and you watch it all because you said you're going to. And I'm like, why are they shooting the kid eating candy? And then you see the kid cross his eyes. That's the shot. That's what I want to get in.
Yeah, right.
But a blood wedding I actually enjoy.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think the title really does.
Oh, it catches. Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Okay, you get back on that. We'll see you here next week with the dailies.
Okay, sounds good. You guys just let me know when.
You got it.
Thanks.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, bye.
That was so much fun, Mr. Spitzer. That was. I was nervous because I've never interviewed someone.
Same.
And I'm just like, this guy we should give him the show. Just give him the passwords because he could do a weekly thing on the Dirty Jersey podcast, and I would watch it and listen to it. I cannot wait. We'll have to go through and have to do a little tweaks on things he can't talk about. But his next movie, I wanted to see that movie for about 10 years. I think it was Rec 3. Yes, I love the Rec movies, and that thing did not commit. It did not commit to it, and it sounds like he's going to do it right, and he's going to do. Did he say we could say that?
I think so.
Okay. So
yeah.
If not, we'll bleep it out then and now. But he's going to do Blood Wedding, a found footage movie from the videographer's point of view. That has me excited.
Yeah.
And not just because he's still on the phone. Hi, you hear there? No, okay, hang up. I'm excited for that one 100% because that is exactly what he said about why are they still filming.
Yeah. Yep.
Is what I want to see. I want to see that so much. So that was David Keane from Joyzy.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna hang up for me making fun of the accent, which he does not have. The movie is Dirty Jersey. It's on YouTube as of right now today when we're shooting this in the beginning of March. It'll be on Tubi here before too long.
Yeah, we'll put the link in the description for all that as well.
And if you're watching this and you want to find it, do a search. It'll take you wherever it goes to. But yeah, his production company is Peachy Keen, which is a great name. Production.
Oh, I wanted to tell him how much I loved his logo.
Oh, it's a good logo. Yeah, someone's got some love for the craft. He's doing that kind of stuff. So I just want to say. So what are our socials?
Oh yeah, should I give it the spiel?
Just you give the spiel. I don't know the words.
Yeah, you can find us everywhere down below on all of our social media. It's TDMMVI pod at all those locations. I always say that at the beginning of that sentence and the end of that sentence, and every time I'm like, I'm going to say it better this time, and then I don't. If you want to email us directly.
You're consistent. It's consistency.
Yeah. You can email us directly at tdmmvipod@gmail.com. Let us know what you think about Dirty Jersey.
Also follow him on he's on Instagram, as you mentioned in the wrap up. But yeah, give him a follow because that's some fun stuff right there. And Dirty Jersey is fun.
great movie. Great guy, very nice, and yeah, it was just, since he's reached out to us, it's just been an awesome experience. He's been very, just great to work with, and yeah, it's awesome. Everything's awesome.
This is great. He's a good guy. I think we should adopt him. I think.
Sure.
I think he's the right age to join the family. Next week,
I'm sure he's
he'll have
not
my
busy.
spot. Yeah, not busy at all. Yeah. Anyway, so this is going to be our bonus episode.
Yeah.
And
I think-
I look forward to doing more of these.
I don't know when this is going to come out, but we're probably still in the middle of doing Evil Dead, so stay tuned for that as well. Not the movie, the franchise, but until then, I'm Jesse Spitzer.
And I am, until then, J.R. Lees.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
I guess I will be Jesse Spitzer then as well.
Depends. It's a big commitment.
This has been Don't Make Me View It. Thanks for watching.